Hi, my name is Dr. Erin Thompson, and I'm here to talk to you today about the Early Childhood Program at Governor State University. Over 2.1 million early childhood teachers are currently needed. Early childhood has one of the highest percentages of unfilled positions. 85% of school districts identify a shortage of quality teachers in early childhood. We know that the formative years, from birth to age 8, are the most critical in learning. We also know that qualified teachers understand how children learn, what to teach, and how to interact with young children. Children are also more successful in high-quality facilities with highly qualified teachers. Next, I will give a general overview of Governor State University. Here, we have the mission and vision statements of GSU. Governor State University is committed to offering an exceptional and accessible education that prepares students with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to succeed in a global society. GSU will create an intellectually stimulating public square, serve as an economic catalyst for the region, and lead as a model of academic excellence, innovation, diversity, and responsible citizenship. There are 4 colleges housed within GSU: the College of Education, College of Business, College of Arts and Sciences, and the College of Health and Human Services. There are also 86 degrees available, including 35 graduate degrees, 26 undergraduate degrees, 24 certificates, and 4 doctorate degrees. GSU ranks as the safest public university campus in Illinois. We have the Nathan Manilow Sculpture Park, which was voted the #1 sculpture park in the nation. We have a highly diverse faculty and staff and are accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. Our buildings are all connected, so there is no walking outside in the rain or in the cold winter months. Parking is easy, and we have a newly renovated student union and cafeteria. You can schedule a tour in person or watch the virtual tour online at www.govst.edu/tour. GSU has many clubs and programs for students. There are more than 79 student clubs and honor societies, including the Student Education Association and Kappa Delta Pi International Honor Society in Education. There are service programs, leadership opportunities, and opportunities to study abroad. At GSU, there are resources and support for students' academic and personal needs. Whether it's support with technology, writing, or research, or help with career services or counseling. We also have athletic facilities, including a gym, fitness room, racquetball court, swimming pool, and game lounge. The Center for the Junior Year also has peer mentors who help empower students to overcome barriers to degree completion, provide support, and enhance student engagement. Next, I will go over some general information about the Early Childhood Program at GSU. GSU was ranked by University Headquarters as one of the best, most affordable early childhood education programs. Here we have a quote about the program from our Early Childhood Education Program Coordinator, Dr. Katy Hisrich. The Early Childhood Education Program at GSU integrates real-world, practical field experiences for our candidates, leading up to a full-time student teaching residency. These placements are in diverse settings across the region, giving our candidates a rich foundation as they enter the field of education. The program also offers courses with facilitation from professional, experienced instructors. The instructors have experience as teachers and administrators in early childhood and are up to date on issues and trends. The College of Education prepares its students to be reflective, lifelong learners, advocates for diversity and social justice, and engaged, effective, transformative educators. The Early Childhood Education Program prepares candidates for teaching children from birth through 2nd grade. The program is guided by the standards set by professional organizations. Teacher candidates demonstrate competency in the field of early childhood education by developing an understanding of these standards and apply these standards throughout their coursework and field experiences. The work of the program is guided by the unit's conceptual framework, which is founded on research-based best practices and emphasizes process of guided inquiry and reflective analysis in order to bring about candidates' conceptual development and growth of their personal selves. Our comprehensive program is facilitated by instructors with extensive early childhood classroom experience. The coursework and field experiences allow candidates to engage with surrounding school districts, providing the practical experience to connect theory to practice. All our courses connect and implement culturally responsive teaching, differentiated instruction, and trauma-sensitive practices, which promote equity and enable our candidates to effectively educate the whole child. Reflective practices are essential to our candidates' success as future early childhood educators. Consistent teaching and lesson reflection allow teacher candidates to analyze their impact on student learning and achievement, both academically and socially. This personal reflection, along with instructor feedback, helps candidates routinely improve and develop their practice as diverse, learner-ready professional educators. The rigor of this program honors candidates' current early childhood work experience and facilitates improving teacher practice and deep reflection. Additionally, our coursework requires candidates to integrate classic and current educational theory, research, and trends as they relate to personal teaching practices. We focus on putting theory into practice. Our program consists of coursework that focuses on theories, research, methods, and evidence-based practices to provide a solid foundation of knowledge. Candidates engage in field experiences to apply this knowledge and practice these skills using performance-based assessment. The coursework is developed for teaching in the 21st century, including remote learning. Different technological platforms, including Google Classroom, Smartboard, Zoom, Weebly, Seesaw, and Flipgrid, are integrated across all courses in the early childhood program. Here are some of the faculty members you may work with when you enroll in the early childhood program at GSU. There are 7 different pathways in the early childhood education program. I will talk about each one on the next few slides. First, I will talk about the Bachelor of Arts degree in early childhood education. There are 3 options for this degree path, and all options earn you a bachelor's degree in early childhood education. Option 1 is for students who do not have a bachelor's degree and seek initial licensure with an endorsement in early childhood education, birth to grade 2. With this degree path, students earn an Illinois Professional Educator license with an early childhood endorsement, birth to grade 2, an early childhood special education approval endorsement, an ESL endorsement, and Illinois Gateway's credentials, including early childhood levels 1 to 5 and infant toddler levels 1 to 3. All students enrolled in this program must complete 121 hours of coursework, including 49 to 52 hours in Gen Eds, 60 hours in professional education coursework, and 18 hours in teacher specialization coursework, which is the coursework that gets you the ESL endorsement. Most courses are offered in the daytime, with some being offered in the evening. The majority of the courses are offered in a face-to-face format. For this degree path, students must also complete over 250 hours of observational and clinical experiences in the field, complete a student teaching placement, and pass the early childhood content exam. Option 2 is for students who do not have a bachelor's degree and who do not seek initial licensure. With this degree path, students earn Illinois Gateway's credentials, including early childhood levels 1 to 5, infant toddler levels 1 to 3, and director levels 1 to 2. All students enrolled in this program must complete 121 hours of coursework, including 49 to 52 hours of Gen Eds, 60 hours in professional education coursework, and 18 hours in teacher specialization coursework. Most courses are offered in the daytime, with some being offered in the evening. The majority of the courses are offered in a face-to-face format. Students must also complete over 250 hours of observational and clinical experience in the field and complete a practicum experience where they shadow a director and complete different administrative tasks in an early childhood facility. Option 3 is for students who do not have a bachelor's degree and seek initial licensure with an endorsement in early childhood education, birth to grade 2. For this degree path, students must be working in the incumbent workforce, which includes teachers in child care centers or paraprofessionals in schools. With this degree path, students earn the same credentials as students in our Option 1 path, including a Pell with an Early Childhood endorsement, an Early Childhood Special Education Approval endorsement, an ESL endorsement, and Illinois Gateway's credentials in Early Childhood and Infant Toddler. All students enrolled in this program must complete the same 121 hours of coursework, but the course delivery is different, with the courses being offered in the evening with a variety of hybrid, remote, and online learning. Students must also complete over 250 hours of observational and clinical experiences in the field, complete a student teaching placement, and pass the Early Childhood Content Exam. This is the list of gen eds that must be completed for our bachelor's program. These courses can be completed at GSU, or their equivalency can be transferred in from community colleges or other universities. This is the list of program courses for options 1 and 3 for licensure. There are 4 introductory courses and 14 professional education courses, including student teaching. The field experiences must be taken at the same time as their corresponding methods course as a co-requisite. This is a list of program courses for option 2, the Director's Credential. There are 4 introductory courses and 14 professional education courses, including a leadership and management course and practicum. These are the teaching specialization courses for the ESL endorsement. There are 6 courses that must be taken and are required for our program. As communities become more culturally diverse, teachers trained in English as a second language remain in high demand. A teacher with an ESL endorsement is more prepared to help students who tend to lag behind their English-speaking peers when not given the proper language resources. This slide shows you when the courses are offered throughout the program. You can take a moment and pause the video to see which courses are offered during each semester. This is an example of the suggested schedule for option 1. Your advisor will work with you to determine when you should take each course in the program. This is an example of the program schedule if you were to start in the fall doing option 1. You can take a moment to pause the video to view the schedule. And this is an example of what a study plan for option 1 would look like. This is the plan that your advisor uses throughout your program. Here are the requirements for the bachelor's degree program at GSU. You must attain a GPA of 3.0 or better in all professional education and teaching specialization coursework, earning a grade of B- or better in all courses. You must complete all coursework at Governor State University within 5 calendar years, be in good standing with the university and program, maintain up-to-date trainings including FERPA, mandated reporting, emergency response, and behavior intervention and conflict resolution, earn satisfactory scores on assessments of professional dispositions, and exhibit those expected dispositions throughout your program. You must maintain satisfactory candidate progress as defined in the Early Childhood Education Program Handbook, and successfully complete all key assessments and field placements, including the Early Childhood Content Area Exam and student teaching or practicum. Next, I will talk about the master's degree in early childhood education. Initial licensure is the only option for this degree path. This pathway is for students who already have a bachelor's degree in any field and want to earn an initial teaching license with an endorsement in early childhood education. With this degree path, students earn an initial Illinois Professional Educator license with an early childhood endorsement, birth to grade 2, an early childhood special education approval endorsement, and Illinois Gateway's credentials, including early childhood levels 1 to 6 and infant toddler levels 1 to 3. Students will complete 40 hours in professional education coursework, including their field experiences. Courses for this program are offered in the evening with a variety of hybrid, remote, and online learning. Students must also complete over 250 hours of observational and clinical experiences in the field, complete a student teaching placement, and pass the Early Childhood Content Exam. This is a list of coursework for the master's degree program. There are 5 prerequisite courses that are needed before starting the program and 14 professional education courses. Field experiences must be taken at the same time as their corresponding methods courses as a co-requisite. This slide shows you when the courses are offered throughout the program. You can take a moment and pause the video to see which courses are offered during each semester. And this is an example of the suggested schedule for the master's degree program. Your advisor will work with you to determine when you should take each course during the program. And this is an example of the program schedule for the master's degree program. Currently, our master's degree program is only a fall start. And here are the requirements for our master's degree program. You must earn a grade of B- or better in all courses. You must complete all coursework within 5 years, be in good standing with the university and program, maintain up-to-date trainings, earn satisfactory scores on assessments of professional dispositions and exhibit expected dispositions, maintain satisfactory candidate progress as defined in the Early Childhood Education Program Handbook, and successfully complete all key assessments and field placements, including the Early Childhood Content Area Exam and student teaching. Next, I will talk to you about our 2 post-BAC programs in early childhood education, including the Early Childhood Endorsement and the Early Childhood SPED Approval Certificate. This program is for students who already have a bachelor's degree and hold a professional educator license. Students can earn either the Early Childhood Endorsement Birth to Grade 2 or the Early Childhood Special Education Approval Endorsement. The coursework includes 19 hours for the EC endorsement and 18 hours for the EC SPED approval. Courses are held in the evening with a variety of hybrid, remote, and online learning. Students who enroll in the EC endorsement program must pass the EC content area exam. These are the 8 courses that are required for the early childhood endorsement. Field experiences must be taken at the same time as their corresponding methods course as a co-requisite. This slide shows you when the courses are offered throughout the program. These 6 courses are required for the Early Childhood Special Education Approval Certificate. This slide shows you when the courses are offered throughout the program. These are the program requirements for our endorsements. You must earn a grade of B- or better in all courses, complete all coursework within 5 years, be in good standing with the university and program, maintain up-to-date trainings, earn satisfactory scores on assessments of professional dispositions, and exhibit those expected dispositions throughout your program. Maintain satisfactory candidate progress as defined in the Early Childhood Education Program Handbook, and successfully complete all key assessments and field placements, including the Early Childhood Content Area Exam for the Early Childhood Endorsement. This program matrix shows you all the requirements for each program pathway. You can take a moment and pause the video to see all the requirements for each program. You can also learn more about our programs by visiting our website at www.govst.edu/early childhood education. Next, I will talk to you about our field experiences, including placements, courses and requirements, guidelines, and student teaching. Field experiences are integrated into our program coursework to give students the opportunity to gain valuable training and professional connections. These experiences include a variety of diverse settings from birth to grade 2. Candidates observe, engage, and teach lessons with infants and toddlers, and children in preschool, kindergarten, and primary classrooms. Candidates work with quality mentor teachers who serve as models, offer opportunities to teach and practice skills, and provide guidance and feedback. Partner districts are selected for their commitment to a team approach in creating an inclusive culture focused on responsiveness to the educational needs of racially, culturally, linguistically, and economically diverse students. Support is provided and scaffolded throughout the program for field experiences prior to student teaching or practicum, and there are some opportunities for job-embedded field experiences. This chart shows you all the courses where field experience hours are required prior to student teaching and practicum. Students are required to document, track, and submit verification of all their field experiences in their program. This slide shows a breakdown of all the courses that require field experiences. You can see how many hours are required for each course and the type of classroom you can complete your field experiences in. Some field experience placements are already set up, which makes it easier because candidates do not have to find their own placement that is approved. Candidates are together to support each other. The schools and teachers are familiar with our program, guidelines, and requirements. Candidates may be able to find their own placements for some field experiences. However, the following guidelines must be met. Field experiences must occur at the designated course grade level. The school or center sites must be high quality, licensed, and approved by the university supervisor or on the approved list. Sites must be located in a safe neighborhood within a 20-mile radius of the GSU campus. Candidates, directors, principals, and mentor teachers must follow our field experience guidelines. Candidates are responsible for getting an MOU agreement with the center or school. Placement site and day and time must be finalized and approved by the university supervisor and the school prior to the start of the second week of the semester. Here are more guidelines for field experiences. Please take a moment to pause the video and read through the guidelines for field experience day and time and guidelines for field experience placement sites. Student teaching occurs during the spring or fall semester. The requirements include 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 15 weeks. The grade level must be preschool, kindergarten, first or second grade. The guidelines for placement sites must be followed as listed for field experiences. To be admitted to student teaching, candidates must submit the application for student teaching. The application must be submitted to the coordinator of field experiences by the provided deadline. Candidates must complete all program coursework maintaining a GPA of 3.0 or higher with a grade of B- or better. They must also pass the early childhood content exam. To pass student teaching, candidates must attend all seminars and meetings with the university supervisor, complete and pass all assignments for student teaching, and pass the EdTPA or CPAST evaluation. Next, I will talk about licensure and credentials, including the content exam, licensure, gateways, and subsequent endorsements. The Early Childhood Content Exam is a computer-based test with 100 multiple choice questions. You have 3 hours and 15 minutes to complete the test. The test is administered by appointment year-round, Monday through Saturday, and test sites are located in Illinois and nationwide. You need an overall score of 240 to pass the test, and the test fee is $122. When you register for the test, you must agree to abide by all testing rules and policies. Preparation materials are available on the ILTS website. We also offer content exam prep sessions to help you prepare for taking the exam. These are facilitated by one of our early childhood faculty members and held each semester, including summer. You must pass the early childhood content exam prior to student teaching. Upon becoming a professional educator candidate, you must create an ELLIS account. This account will establish an individual employee identification number that will remain with you throughout your career as an Illinois educator. It is important to use the same name each time you take a test to ensure that you do not create a second account by mistake. At the beginning of each term, advisors will send a list of professional educator candidates to the university's licensure officer, which is Dr. Joy Patterson. The licensure officer will subsequently pre-entitle the candidates, which will prevent them from prematurely applying for a license. At the conclusion of each semester, advisors will recommend graduates who have completed all program and licensure requirements to the licensure officer. The licensure officer verifies the following before processing the entitlement: your final grades and degree confirmation, that you have no holds on your GSU student record, that all state required tests have been passed, and that you received a grade of A or B in student teaching. Once the licensure officer processes your entitlement, you will be notified through your GSU email. You must allow at least 3 to 6 weeks after the semester concludes for the verification steps to occur. Be patient and watch your GSU email for notification from Dr. Patterson to apply for and register your license online with a credit card. Procedures for applying and registering your license will be included as an attachment with the email notification. You must register your license within 6 months or it will lapse and be invalid for public school employment. If your license lapses, you must pay a $500 reinstatement fee or complete 9 semester hours of coursework in one of your endorsement areas to reinstate your license. You must register your license in your Ellis account and identify the Regional Office of Education in the county where you work. Non-public and retired educators register in the county where they live. Illinois Gateways to Opportunity. Gateways credentials are symbols of early childhood professional achievement that validate knowledge, skills, and experience. They are an individual achievement that you can be proud of. Gateways credentials are awarded and recognized by the Illinois Department of Human Services Bureau of Child Care and Development. They are required for some circles of quality in Accelerate Illinois and can be used to help with employment decisions in early learning programs. Membership in the registry also qualifies you for some scholarship opportunities to continue your education. To apply for a Gateways membership, you need to sign up for an account and then submit your current transcript and apply for a new early childhood education credential. When you graduate, you will submit your official GSU transcript and apply for early childhood levels 2 to 5 and infant toddler levels 2 to 3. The director credential is for candidates in the BA Option 2 program only. There are also optional subsequent endorsements available for candidates who earn a degree in early childhood education along with a Pell. For the bilingual endorsement, 1 additional course is required and you need to pass the TLP test in the designated language. For the SPED endorsement, 12 additional credit hours are required and you need to pass the LBS-1 content exam. For elementary education, 18 additional credit hours are required and you need to pass the elementary education grades 1 to 6 content exam. And finally, I will talk about the expectations of the program, including dispositions, program dismissal, and workload. The early childhood faculty evaluate each candidate's performance in both academic and practical settings and assess candidates' dispositions as they encounter challenges, work with children and other education professionals, and pursue their own development. Candidates' professional dispositions are reviewed each semester by the early childhood faculty and assessed using the EPPU Dispositions Assessment for Initial Educator Preparation in the following areas: collaboration, respect for student diversity, professional judgment and behavior, ethical behavior, impact on learning, acceptance and implementation of feedback, and commitment to learning. The program faculty members monitor and evaluate student progress continually. The section Licensure of Teachers and Other School Professionals in the catalog provides a general description of the standards used to evaluate student progress. Please take a moment and pause the video to read through our requirements for student progression in the early childhood program. College level skills are expected of our candidates. These include writing, communication, research, and technology. Please use the university resources discussed at the beginning of this presentation and take the initiative to get the support you need to be successful. Professionalism is expected at all times. This includes candidates' disposition, demeanor, behavior, and communication, both oral and written. Students are required to understand how to use Blackboard for their courses and how to upload documents to VIA. Candidates are expected to complete assignments on time, follow guidelines, use rubrics, and keep track of and complete all forms required for their program. Research indicates that successful students estimate spending 2 to 3 hours outside of class studying for every hour in class per week. For a typical 3 credit hour course, this would be 7 to 9 hours per week outside of class. Are you ready to be a Jaguar? Visit our admissions page at www.govst.edu/admissions to fill out an application today. We can't wait to welcome you to Governor State University. Thank you for your time.